Welcome back. As researchers try to create a vaccine for COVID-19, there's a new complication tonight. 3 people have been reinfected months after their initial recovery. So this comes as the total number of cases approaches 24 million, with over 815,000 deaths. The United States continues to lead the world on both counts. It has 5.7 million cases and 178,000 deaths. But the reinfections are raising concerns that recovery doesn't always equal lasting immunity. Christine Birak tells us what that could mean.
There are now 3 lab-confirmed cases worldwide of people becoming reinfected with this coronavirus, including a Belgian woman in her 50s who first tested positive in March. Doctors say she wasn't hospitalized but was homesick for weeks.
The second case was exactly 3 months later with exactly the same symptoms, but then of a shorter duration, was only 1 week.
Airport screening also picked up a 33-year-old man in Hong Kong returning from Spain. He'd also been infected in March, and yet 4.5 months later,
he was diagnosed again to have a second infection of COVID-19.
Researchers in Hong Kong were the first to show that the patient had in fact been reinfected. To rule out false positive test results, researchers genetically sequenced the virus he had in March and compared it against the one detected in August. The genetic codes didn't match, meaning he'd been reinfected with a different strain of the virus.
So I think repeated infection will be a norm in the future.
Other doctors say it's too early to tell.
The whole question is how common is it? Does it happen in 20% of people? Does it happen in 0.002% of people? If it's 0.002, we should quit worrying about it.
Most doctors agree those who've been infected do have some immunity. It may not be enough to prevent new infections, but may make for milder symptoms down the road. But waning immunity means scientists have an added challenge in developing a protective vaccine.
This does, reinforce the notion that people have been saying from the very beginning, which is, it's unlikely we're going to get a vaccine which is going to provide 99% protection for the rest of your life with 1 shot.
Booster shots will likely be required. Until then, people have to protect themselves and others, even if they've been infected before. Christine Birak, CBC News,